I just said they can't talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. From the 40-yard line. No, it's going to be tough. From the 40-yard line. For Fargo Grove, first down and 10. Now going from left to right, north to south here at Hannah Field. And kind of a hazy, if you look off into the hills in the distance, kind of a haze here, but not a cloud in the sky. There is bright sunshine. Temperature got up to about 85, 86 today. And going to be some steamy days ahead here for Highliner folks. Now Meininger is told to get off the field for equipment adjustment. Baker will check in. That's what it was. He just needs to get that chin strap snapped in. Zabel will give to Baker across the 40. Stood up as he gets a couple, 2-3 yards. Greshik with there. One of the Highliners on the tackle. Muskie also there defensively. Gain of 1 to the 41-yard line. First carry for Baker. That'll bring up a second down and 9 from the 41-yard line. Half minute gone here in the second quarter. 6-0. Advantage to the Grovers. On an opening drive where they marched 65 yards on 10 plays, took 3:05 off the clock. Zabel took it in from 4 yards out. Actually, in that line of scrimmage, the 42, so we're going to give him a 2-yard pickup. Brings up second down and 8 from the 42-yard line. Zabel gets the direct snap. Looking for running him to the outside to the 45, and he is going to be taken down out of bounds close to midfield on the far sideline. Chasing him down and bringing him down, Derek Shape. It'll be a gain out to the 48-yard line. Gain of 6 yards there for Zabel. He's at 30 yards rushing on 9 carries so far here this afternoon. So it brings up third down and 2 from the 48-yard line. Also, if you're watching this game on the Highliner Activity Network, you might see a new piece of equipment being utilized on the sidelines. We'll tell you about that momentarily. From the 42-yard line, or 48-yard line, third down and 2. Zabel gives to Meininger. Meininger's going to have the first down right at the 50. Oh, left foot, right foot, but I think he should have the first down right at the 50-yard line. And they say, yep, move the chains. So first down run for Meininger. Brought down there by McLaughlin. Meininger picks up 2 yards. Enough for the first down. First and 10 at the 50. They have the electronic down marker. Of course, not used to have the flip it down. You had to flip it to change downs. Well, now it's electronic. And that electronic down marker is in honor of Don Butler, who's a longtime Highliner fan, Highliner dad, and also was on the chain gang for many years here at Hannah Field. Passed away last winter. Here's the handoff to the near side on the carries. Will Ness on the reverse, and Ness dives forward inside the 45 and gets down to the 40, well, we'll call it the 43 or 44-yard line. Nice on the reverse there by Ness, down to the 44, pickup of 6 yards for Ness. And it'll bring up second down and 4 at the 44-yard line. The Grovers took over after the fumble at their own 30-yard line. Now have it here at the 44. Zabel in the pistol. Sends Mashaya in motion. Zabel takes it himself, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a loss. Trey McPartland coming up big on the tackle there as he blew in. The 6-foot, 180-pound defensive lineman came in and got Zabel for a loss back to the 48-yard line. So the play there, lose a loss of 6 yards back to the 48. And it'll bring up a third down and 8 from the 48. One receiver wide to the far side of the field. That's William Olson. Dual slots, Meininger the lone setback. Zabel in the pistol from the 48. He's back to pass, under pressure, lofts it up. It's up in the air, up for grabs, incomplete. 4 Highliners around William Olson, and it's an incompleted pass. It'll bring up a fourth down and 8 from the 48. There was a jailbreak there by the Highliner defensive line. 3 guys coming in, bearing down on Zabel, and he just cut loose, and it just was a wobbler. And came up short. Incompleted pass. So it's 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go. We're in the second quarter. It is a 4th down and 8 here for the Grovers at the Highliner 48-yard line. And they get up to the line of scrimmage. They got to hurry. They've got 3 seconds on the play clock. And they just got it off. And Zabel's going to be brought down for a sack back at the 45-yard line. And Kai Zabel is coming up a little bit slower. Check that. That's not Kai Zabel. That's Briggs Hansen. And he was wrapped up and brought down. He was slow to get up. I do believe coming in was Trey McPartland on the sack all the way back to the 44-yard line in Grover territory. So the Highlanders have great starting field position after that 8-yard loss on the sack of Hansen. So the Highliner offense will start 1st and 10 at the Grover 44-yard line with 6 minutes and 38 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, trailing 6-0. And now whistle, stoppage of play. We're going to get a timeout taken, and a timeout taken by the Grovers. We'll step aside. 6:38 left to go here in quarter number 2, 6-0 Grovers. This is Highliner football on the Highliner Activity Network. From the 44-yard line, 6:38 to go. 1st down and 10 for the Highliners. Thornton, pitch here to the near side, to the 45, to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, and he stepped out of bounds. On the carry is Derek Shape, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 14-yard line, 30-yard run on the sweep pitch here to Derek Shape. Gets it down to the 14-yard line. That is a 1st down for the Highliners. And after getting the ball over on downs on the sack, good first play. Shape, the 5'9", 130-pounder. So from the 14-yard line, 1st down and 10 for Valley City. Shape goes in motion. Inside hand up to Amon, and Amon will take it down to the 10-yard line. Was hit in the backfield by Miles Bruceven. And he'll get to the 11. Pick up 3 yards for Caden Amon. So the 2nd down play coming up. 2nd down and 8 for the Highliners. At the Grover 11-yard line. 5:57 to go here in the second quarter. Grover's trailing Highliners trailing 6-0. From the 11. Shape in motion. Hand off on the counter. Back to the way to the 10. And inside the 10 down to the 4-yard line. Jameson Muchler on the carry. And that'll be a 1st down carry. They come back with that counter tray that they use a lot with in the varsity level down to the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 8 yards. And it'll be 1st down and goal to goal for Valley City. And the mark is at the 3-yard line. Here's the handoff. Amon going left side, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. Caden Amon went right behind Jackson Dieterle and got the block and tucks it in for the touchdown into taking it in from 4 yards out. And we are tied at 6 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. So that drive, thanks to the sack and the short field, went 44 yards for Valley City. Took a minute 18 off the clock. Now the handoff to Amman, and he's going to be in for the conversion. So the 2-point conversion is good with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It's now Valley City 8 and Oak Grove 6. We're back with more Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. That was a 4-play, 44-yard drive. Caden Amman taking it from 3 yards out for Valley City. And now the kickoff. Line drive kick taken at the 20-yard line. To the 25, looking for running room and not finding it is Gavin Kramer. And he is going to be dropped down at the about the 22-yard line, or 27-yard line. And that's where the Grovers offense will come back out. 1st and 10. Again, that was a 44-yard drive. 4 plays, minute 18 off the clock. Of course, the big play right after the ball went over on downs to the Highlanders after the sack. The 30-yard run by Derek Shape. We have an injured Grover further downfield. Mike Callahan, the great trainer here for Valley City, tending to the injured Grover at the 50-yard line. Grovers will have it at the 29, 1st and 10. When play resumes with 5:11 left to go here in this first half. Well, sitting up, that is Connor Phillips. Coach Alarm's going to come over and see how his big fella's doing, and he's good. He's up and heading off the field under his own steam. So the Grovers will have it 1st down and 10 at the 29-yard line at their own 29. So as they come out of from the sidelines at the 29-yard line, First and 10 for the Grovers. Hansen gives the handoff, and Meidinger. It's a no gain, I think, right back to the original line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. I was looking to the sidelines to see if I saw Kai Zabel, who started at quarterback, but he's just standing over there holding on to his helmet. So Briggs Hansen now in at quarterback. And there, let's say no gain there for Meidinger. Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Going from my left to right. Hansen in the pistol. Gives off to Meidinger, far side of the field. Meidinger trying to cut the corner and gets away from one, but Highlanders gang tackle him there, led by Caleb McLaughlin. That's going to be a loss back to the 27-yard line. Loss of 2 yards there for Meidinger. So right now for the Grovers, after that loss of 2, will bring up a 3rd down and 12 from the 27-yard line with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in this first quarter, first half. Hansen gets the snap. And out to Meidinger again. And Meidinger stood up at the line of scrimmage, and I count 9 Highliners around him as he is taken out to the 30-yard line. So it gets 3 yards back out to the 30. Brings up 4th down and 9 for the Grovers from the 30-yard line. So 4th down play here for Fargo Grove as we approach 3 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 8-6. Valley City with the lead. Now they come out of the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. 2 receivers wide to the far side of the field. Dual slots. Meidinger standing next to Briggs Hansen. From the 30. Hansen rolling out far side, looking to throw. Hit once, gets away from that. Hit twice, gets away from that, but he won't get away from the 3rd attempt. And he is brought down for a sack. And that is Corbin Powell on the sack back to the 19-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 11. Second time that Hansen has been sacked. And it'll be 4th. The ball will go over to the Highliners here at the 19-yard line. So for the second consecutive possession for the Grovers, a sack on 4th down gives the Highliners field position, excellent field position in Grover territory. So Thornton under center from the 19-yard line, 1st down and 10. He's back to pass, looking for the slant, has his man complete to the 10-yard line. Parker Amon on the completion. So that will be, well, they say down to the 11, but it is a pickup of 8 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 at the 11-yard line. Amon wide out here to the near side. Dual slots. Caden Amon the lone setback. Thornton under center. Sends his man in motion. Pitch. Another fumble. It's on the turf and covering it up. And Mutchler got back and covered up at this back to the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 5 yards. So back to the 16 for the Highliners. Will bring up a 3rd down and 7 from the 16. 3rd time the Highlanders have put it on the turf. They lost the first 2. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining, second quarter. We'll recap the scoring, take a look at stats, and let you know what else is on the horizon for the Highlander Activity Network coming up at the half. Shape in motion. Thornton gives off to Amon. Amon hitting the backfield. Gets away from that tackle. Takes it down inside the 10. He's going to be very close and gets the first down and then some. Well, Miles Brusvin had him in the backfield. And Caden Amon just kept turning those legs and takes it down to the 7-yard line. So he'll pick up 9 yards and a Highliner 1st down. And Valley City will take their first timeout here in the first half with 46 seconds to go. They'll have a 1st down and 10 from the 7-yard line, leading 8-6. We're in the second quarter. This is Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. Well, I can hear that wind howling in the background. It is windy, and right now the Highlanders are going right into that wind. It is 1st and 10 for Valley City from the 6. Thornton back the pass. Going to the end zone, near side, incomplete. Overshot his intended receiver, Amon. And it'll bring up second down and goal from the 8. So second down play coming up here for Valley City. And this drive started after a sack. And Highliners got up right away. 8-yard pickup on the first play. On a pass. Jackson wants to throw. Fakes one way, rolls out, far side, dumps it off, tight end. Dieterle has it at the 5. Dieterle to the end zone. Touchdown, Valley City. Jackson Dieterle takes it in with 28 seconds remaining here in this first half. And the Highliners now take a 14-6 lead with the extra point pending. So an 8-yard pass. Dieterle from Thornton. And now the conversion coming up here. And 29 yards. 4 plays. Another short field for Valley City after the ball goes over on downs. Thornton pitches wide side. He's got his man, and he's in for the touchdown. Derek Shape takes the pitch and will take it in for the conversion. So we come back up the field. 28 seconds remaining, the second quarter. Your score now reads Valley City 16 and Oak Grove 6. This is Highliner football on the Highliner Activity Network. .28 seconds left to go here in quarter number 2. Valley City leading at 16-6. Another short field via the ball going over on downs after a sack. Here's a high end-over-end kick. And Zabel takes it from the 20 to the 25, middle return 30. Wants to get to the outside, spins across the 30. He'll get out to the 35-yard line. I think the ball popped free, but down to the 35. Oh, it did pop free, and the Highliners recovered. The ball did come out, and Valley City will get it with 18 seconds remaining. And they will take over from the 35-yard line. So the ball popped free. Zabel, who spun out a couple of tackles, and the ball came free. Not sure who was the one that jumped on the recovery. But either way, the Highlanders will have it. On the 35-yard line. It might have been Parker Sather. Thornton throwing near side, incomplete. Trying to back shoulder throw, looking for Parker Amon, and incomplete. Brings up second down and 10 at the 35-yard line. 15 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Valley City leading it 16-6. Last year, Highlander JV, if memory serves, I want to say they either went undefeated or only lost once. Had an outstanding season last year, the junior varsity. Of course, a lot of those players now moved up to the varsity. From the 35-yard line. Shape goes in motion, gets the pitch, wide side of the field. At the 35 to the 30 to the 25 to the 20, and down inside the 20-yard line, down to the 18. Nice run there by Derek Shape on the pitch. And Camden Altved on the tackle for the Grovers. And we've got another timeout on the field. After that 16-yard carry by Shape. Shape has carried the ball twice for 46 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners after that this timeout. At the 19-yard line, that is their second timeout. Each team has one remaining. And there's 8 seconds left to go. Time for one, possibly 2 more plays here for Valley City. Leading 16-6. Varsity coach Scott Rourke down on the sidelines. Practice wrapped up for the evening. So the Highliner offense back out from the 19-yard line as they face a 1st down and 10 from the 19. Jackson Thornton under center. Amon the lone setback. Parker Amon comes in motion. And now we're going to have a whistle. I think they got to take their final timeout. No, the flag. Before they could get a timeout, Coach Heck hands on his hips. In one of those positions of how did that get not right? So the discussion by the officials. And we'll see what this call is. We've only had the one ineligible man downfield penalty that negated actually a big play for Oak Grove. They're waving the penalty off. So that actually gives the Highliners a chance to get in the right formation. So that whistle and benefited the Highliners. But there's 8 seconds to go. Time for one, maybe 2 more. From the 19, 1st and 10. Shape comes in motion. Gets the pitch here to the wide side of the field at the 30. Bounces it to the outside to the 25, or to the 15, down to the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds at the 9 with 1 second left to go. And it was a 9-yard pickup, and the Highliners will take their final timeout on that 9-yard pickup by Shape. So Valley City will get 1 play at the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal to goal for the Highliners from the 9. From the 9, it is a 1st down and goal here for the Highliners. There is 1 second. Of course, you don't know how many tenths of a second, but 1 second left to go here in the first half. Highliners lead 16-6. Their 2 scoring drives started on short fields after sacks, ended drives for the Grovers. This drive started after a fumble on a kickoff. And 2 Austin Shape runs have taken it down to the 9-yard line. 1st down and goal. Thornton to Amon. Amon to the 5. Amon towards the end zone. Reaches. Did he get in? Touchdown, Valley City. Caden Amon with a Grover around his ankles, lunged towards the end zone and was able to get that ball across the plane. A 9-yard touchdown for Caden Amon. And with 000s on the scoreboard, Amon with his 9-yard run, his 2nd touchdown. And now the conversion. 22-6, Valley City. Again, Jackson Thornton gets under center. Pitches again to Shape. Shape gets a block at the goal line. He's in for the conversion. So as we come to the end of the first half, your score, it is Valley City 24 and Fargo Oak Grove 6. We are at the half. Coming up, we'll recap the scoring, take a look at stats from the first half, and let you know what else is coming up on the Highliner Activity Network. 24-6 advantage to the Highliners. We're back with more Highliner football on the Highliner Activity Network. Bob McDonald back with you here at Hannah Field. We are at the half. Valley City leading 24-6 over Fargo Oak Grove. Junior varsity football here tonight from Hannah Field. Tegan's on the camera for us this evening. On a beautiful night for football here on this Tuesday evening. Well, taking a look at what else is going on in the Highland Activity Network coming up here in just a few. We'll have the junior varsity volleyball. They're taking on West Fargo tonight. And you can find that on our volleyball channel. And then, of course, we'll have the varsity game to follow. The JV will start here a little after 6, and then the varsity will be probably around 7:15, 7:30. We'll have that varsity volleyball match. Those that could be seen on the Highland Activity Network on our volleyball channel. And, of course, we'll have more activities all week long. Football coming up Friday as the Highlanders will be taking on Devils Lake in their first home game against East Division opponents. As I make sure I get that correct, their first home game of the year against the West in Turtle Mountain, and so that will be coming up Thursday night. We've got boys tennis against West Fargo Cheyenne over on the North Courts, and then also coming up Friday morning, 11 o'clock, we'll be taking on Mandan in varsity tennis on the North Courts, and then the 7 o'clock football game on Friday, and then next Monday at 5:30, junior varsity football as they'll be hosting Central Cass here at Hannah Field. And just some of the games that you can find and what's going on coming up on the Highlander Activity Network. Again, if you go to highlanders.org and you look for that live button, you can click on that live button that is up towards the top of the page. And that will take you to our live stream page of the Highlander Activity Network, and then you will pick a channel, what you want to watch. And again, all of our events are archived on YouTube. So after they are played live, not immediately after, maybe the next day, you can go to YouTube and watch it again as we have the Valley City YouTube channel. Here we are at the half. The Highlanders are leading by a score of 24-6. Taking a look at the scoring, Oak Grove got on the board first as they took the opening drive, went 65 yards in 10 plays. Kai Zabel took it in from 4 yards out, and the two-point conversion failed. With 6:05 remaining, it was 6-0 for the Grovers. Well, then the Highlanders in the second quarter got a stop defensively on a sack on a fourth down play. Then went 4 plays, 44 yards, a minute 18 came off the clock, and it was Caden Amon scoring on a 3-yard run. He would add the two-point conversion, and the Highlanders led 8-6 with 5:20 to go in the second quarter. And then another defensive stop where another sack on a fourth down gave the Highlanders another short field, this time 29 yards on 4 plays. And it was an 8-yard touchdown pass, Jackson Thornton to Jackson Dieterle, and the two-point conversion scored by Derek Shape. Made it 16-6 Valley City with 28 seconds to go. Then on the ensuing kickoff, Kai Zabel had a good kickoff return going and trying to get a little extra yardage. The ball popped free, and it was recovered by Valley City as the Highlanders then took over at the 29-yard line. Another short field. And this time it was Amon scoring on a 9-yard run after an Austin-shaped carry. And again, they went 3 plays on that short field and had just 18 seconds to do it and scored with those 18 seconds remaining on 3 plays. And Caden Amon took it in with Derek Shape adding the two-point conversion. And the Highlanders led by a score of 24-6 at halftime. Take a look at our halftime statistics. Valley City, 115 yards on the ground, led by Amon with 40 yards on 8 carries. Or, pardon me, he has 40 yards on 8 carries. But Derek Shape, 3 carries for 55 yards in that first half. 6 yards by Jameson Muchler, and 6 yards rushing by Jackson Thornton rushing in that first half. 115 yards on the ground for Valley City. And through the air, 1 for 4 passing for 8 yards for Thornton, and that was an 8-yard completion. I'll double check on that was to Parker Amon on the 8-yard completion. And that was the only completion in the first half. So they had 8 yards through the air, 115 on the ground, 123 total yards. in the first half. And on the other side for the Grovers, 47 yards on the ground, led by Kai Zabel, who carried the ball 10 times for 24 yards. They had 21 yards, 47 yards through the air. And that was one completion to Will Olson. 1 for 3 passing, 47 yards for Zabel. And they had 21 yards on the ground. But, of course, those 2 sacks of Briggs Hansen lost 19 yards. And so they had just 21 yards on the ground for 68 yards total in the first half. So here we go. We start half number 2. There's the kickoff. Another short kick taken on the run. Ball bobbled but picked up. And a great return as Corbin Powell tried to grab it on the run, bobbled it a little bit, regained control. And the Highliners will have it out to the 38-yard line, first down and 10 from the 38. Getting things started here in this third quarter. 9:53 remaining. Jackson Thornton working at quarterback. Now they had to get the tee off the field. There we go. Bryson Heck, who quarterbacked the JV last year as a freshman, moved up to the varsity this year. Jackson Thornton now under center. The freshman from the, it looked like they mark it out the 39-yard line. From the 39. First down and 10 for the Highliners. They're trying to get Parker Amon lined up properly. There's the snap and the handoff. There goes Amon again on the carry. Check that. Corbin Powell on the carry, and Corbin Powell takes it across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. So Corbin Powell on his first carry of the game. 13 yards and a Highliner first down. The first and 10 for Valley City from the 48-yard line in Grover territory. Just getting things started here, third quarter. Highliners lead 24-6. At the 48-yard line. Thornton under center. Slot, 2 slots. Handoff. Powell near side to the 45. Powell to the 40. Corbin Powell to the 35, and he's down to the 30-yard line. Corbin Powell weaving his way all the way through. Takes it down to the 30. A gain of 18 yards there. And another Highliner first down. First and 10 for Valley City at the Grover 30-yard line. So 2 Corbin Powell carries, and 31 yards later, the Highliners set up shop from the 30. First and 10. Minute gone here in the third quarter. Jackson Thornton gets the play from head coach Aaron Heck and takes it back to the huddle. Highliners working from left to right here in the third quarter. And the fumble on the snap, and Thornton's going to fall on it on the 31-yard line. So a loss of 1 on the fumbled snap. Second down and 11. So the Highliners take it to the 31, second down and 11 at the 31-yard line. 8:09, clock on the move. We're in quarter number 3. Valley City leading 24-6. One receiver here to the near side, dual slots. Powell, the lone setback. And now Thornton will take the carry to the 30. Jackson Thornton is wrapped up and down by Will Olson on the tackle. William Olson, after a gain of a couple, to the 29-yard line. That'll bring up a third down play at the 29 for Valley City. 3rd and 9. As we approach 7.5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. Highliners leading 24-6. Sather, who recovered that fumble on the kickoff in the first half, split out way wide to the left. In that slot, Thornton pitched to the wide side. On the carry, McLaughlin, and he will get a couple of yards inside the 28 down to about the 27, gain of 2. That brings up fourth down from the 27-yard line. 4th and 7 for the Highliners at the Grover 27-yard line. 6:45 left to go. We're in quarter number 3. Say they're split out wide to the far side. McLaughlin slot here near side. Powell the lone setback. On the handoff, inside handoff to Powell. Powell going up the middle. Tried to bounce it to the outside, but could not. He'll get down to the 23-yard line. Going to be a couple yards short of a first down. So the ball will go over on downs to the Grovers. And they will start 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line with 6 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. The nose of the football just shy of the 23-yard line. And the Grovers in the first half, 47 yards passing on one completion. On that 65-yard drive, completion Olson from Zabel helped set up the lone score. Kai Zabel back in at quarterback. Meidinger the lone setback. Meidinger 11 carries 8 yards in that first half. Zabel carried the ball 10 times for 24 yards. Gets the snap down the line on the option. Zabel fakes the pitch, keeps it himself across the 25 and gets out to the 28-yard line. Pick up of 5 yards for Zabel. Brings up 2nd down and 5 from the 28. Grovers in their all whites with the maroon numerals. And have those maroon helmets with the Grover on the side. From the 28-yard line. 2nd down play coming up here for Oak Grove. Zabel in the pistol. Gets the snap. Again, far side on the option. Pitches it back to Meidinger. Meidinger at the 30. Gets out close to the 35. It'll be enough for a first down. And ridden out of bounds on that far side. It'll be out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards and a first down for Meidinger. So 1st and 10 for the Grovers at their own 35-yard line. They'll come up to the line of scrimmage. Will Ness wide here to the near side. Lincoln Mashaya is in the slot to the right. Meidinger the lone setback. William Olson wide receiver far side. Now near side option. Zabel keeps it himself, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Muskie there defensively for Valley City. Also Jack Learwood there on the tackle. They're going to say a loss of yard back to the 34-yard line. So a 2nd down and 11 for the Grovers at their own 34-yard line. Kramer split out wide to the far side of the field. Have their dual slots. Grovers on the near hash. Meidinger the lone setback. Zabel in the pistol. Gets the snap. Handoff, Meidinger, no. He's wrapped up by Ryer. Muskie missed and brings him down. Muskie grabbed him and held on for dear life as he got some help. So a big tackle for a loss inside the 30, back to the 28-yard line. Loss of 6 yards there for Meidinger. So a 3rd down play and 3rd and 17 for the Grovers. I think Sean Buck was there also defensively for Valley City. From the 28, Zabel rolling out far side, looking to throw. Cox fires downfield, nearly intercepted. Muchler was stepping in front of that one, or McLaughlin checked that. McLaughlin 23, who's stepping in front of that one, and I don't know if he would have had a pick 6 because his momentum was taking him to the far sideline, but a pass broken up definitely. And it is 4th down and 17 for the Grovers. And they're at their own 28-yard line with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. Valley City leading 24-6. Actually, the football between the 28 and the 29-yard line. This is where the Highlander defense has shown brightly here. They had 2 sacks on 4th downs that set up short fields for scoring drives in the first half. Zabel in the pistol. Gets the snap, rolling out, looking. He'll start to run to the far side. He is grabbed and gets away from one Highliner, but Buckton comes back and brings him down. And that was Corbin Powell that disrupted it. He'll get a yard to the 29-yard line, and that's about it. So the Highliner defense does it again. Comes up with a big stop on 4th down. And they will take over with 3 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highliners at the Oak Grove 29-yard line. Jackson Thornton's gone all the way, quarterback. Corbin Powell, the lone setback. 2 slots, receiver wide to the far side of the field. Here's the inside counter on the handoff and running room to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, and inside the 15 down to the 16-yard line. And McLaughlin on the carry, mark it down to the 17. It's a gain of 12 yards and a Highliner first down by McLaughlin down to the 12-yard line. First and 10 from the 12, so they can get a first down before they get a touchdown. From the 12, Thornton under center. Pitches here to the near side. On the flip is Griebel. Colton Griebel tucks it inside the 5, gets a block on the outside, and is in for the touchdown. And we have a flag on the play, so hold your cards. That was Brant Mueller that had the nice block on the outside. And Griebel just cut inside of that and was in for the touchdown. Holding Highliners. So take away the touchdown run and back them up to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 18 from the 20-yard line. So a nice touchdown run is negated because of the penalty. First accepted penalty here for Valley City. I see the up-and-coming Highliners, Thunder football, practicing over on the Thunder field. And we'll have some Thunder games here. I think their first game was to be tonight, but got postponed. It'll be next week. From the 20, Thornton. Pitch, McLaughlin at the 20 to the 15, and he steps out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Pickup of 9 yards for Caleb McLaughlin. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 from the 11. 2:56. Here in the 3rd quarter, Valley City leading 24-6. Cruz, Kopperman going out wide to the far side. Powell, the lone setback with the 2 wings. Thornton looks over the situation, now gets under center. Thornton, handoff, Powell to the 10, to the 5. Corbin Powell's in for the touchdown. Powell takes it in from 11 yards out. With 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. So Powell with his first touchdown run of the season. An 11-yard run. And now the conversion pending. Powell now with 46 yards on 4 carries. Highlanders up 30-6. Pitch to the wide side. Griebel cuts back inside, reaches for the end zone, and he's in for the conversion. So we come back up the field with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Your score, it's Valley City 32 and Fargo Grove 6. We're back with more Highliner football on the Highliner Activity Network. Now here comes the kickoff as Powell kicks it high, kicks it deep. It'll be Zabel from the 17 to the 20, 25 near side, 30. Kai Zabel across the 30 to the 35, and Grebo brings him down across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for the Grovers. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. There's second possession here in quarter number 3. Highlanders only needed 57 seconds on that touchdown drive. They went 3 plays, 29 yards. From the 37. Zabel again back in the pistol. With Meidinger back behind him. Zabel far side on the option. Pitches back to Meidinger to the outside, and Meidinger gets around Ammann for just a short minute, but then Parker Ammann holds on and brings him down after a short pickup, maybe a yard on the play. I'll bring up 2nd down and 9 out to the 38-yard line. Meidinger 14 carries for no yards. Highlanders have been all over him here this afternoon. Zabel, he's carried the ball 13 times for 29 yards. Of course, what's hurt there, running a couple of sacks in that second quarter of Briggs Hansen. From the 38, Zabel now to the near side on the option. Keeps it himself this time. Bounces it to the outside to the 40, running to the 45. Spins out of a tackle to the 50 and down to the 49 in Highlander territory. McLaughlin and Powell have to finish him off, but Kai Zabel with a nice run there on the option keeper. Spun away from a tackler. He'll get to the 50. Gain of 12 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Grovers from the 50-yard line. Well, this is always a sight I like when the train goes over the Highlander Bridge, as we see it here from off to our left to the north here of Hannah Field. From the 50, Zabel on the snap. Meidinger behind him. He gets the pitch. Meidinger trying it, bounce to the outside again. Ammann had him, and then it will be Mutchler that'll finish the tackle right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10, but there is a flag on the far side of the field. And from the reaction of the Highlanders, this could be against Valley City. As the officials on the far side said we had a 3-man crew earlier, but we have a 4-man crew. Officials discussing it way over on the far side, right in front of the Grover bench. Mark DeLorme, the coach of the Grovers, one of the coaches for the Grovers. It is against Valley City. I didn't see the initial call, but it is against the Highlanders. So this will be a walk-up, or walk-off of 5 yards. So a 5-yard penalty. It is a face masking penalty against Valley City. So the 5-yard penalty takes it to the 45. 1st and 10. Or first, now I'm going to say after the play. Because if they do, that means that it'll be 1st and 4. And the line of scrimmage is the 45, and they need to get to the 39. Zabel pitches again to Meidinger. Meidinger this time is wrapped up, and he is going to be brought down for a loss. So the line of scrimmage off the last Meidinger run was a 49, and then they walked it off from the end of the run. So instead of making the line of scrimmage 1st and 10 from the 45, so now it is a 2nd down and 7 at the 46. Loss of a yard there on Meidinger. 16 carries, 0 yards for Meidinger. From the 36-yard line. 2nd down play. Zabel here to the near side. Tucks like he wants to run. Starts upfield, looking for running room, and wrapped up by Muskie and brought down for a loss again. Again, the Highlander defense strung that out. Ryer Muskie, he is slow to get up, but he was the one on the tackle there. And the loss, another 2 yards to the 47 or 48. We have an official's timeout. And the reason why is because the third quarter came to an end. So we are through 3 quarters of football here at Hannah Field. And your scores, Valley City 32 and Fargo Oak Grove 6. We're back with the fourth quarter. This is Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. So as we start the fourth quarter, Valley City leading 32-6. Oak Grove will have a third down play coming up here from the 49-yard line. 3rd and 10 from the 49 in Highlander territory. Zabel gets there. Hansen gets the snap. Hands off to Meininger right up the middle. So Briggs Hansen, who had the even-numbered quarters. Zabel had the odd-numbered quarters. And Meininger brought down by McLaughlin to the 46. Gain of 3 yards. A little short of a first down, though. That'll bring up 4th down and 7. Line of scrimmage, the Highlander 46. And they need to get to the 39-yard line for that first down. Half minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Valley City leading at 32-6. Junior varsity football here on the Highlander Activity Network. Junior varsity volleyball also going on the volleyball channel. The varsity match against West Fargo coming up later on this evening. 2 receivers wide to the near side. Grovers have to hurry. 3 seconds on the play clock. Now they got to burn a timeout. So it took a little longer to get the play in, and so now they have to take that timeout. With 9:01 to go here in the fourth quarter, Valley City 32 and Oak Grove 6. This is Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. From the 46-yard line, Grovers facing a 4th down and 7 at the Highlander 46. Hansen gets the snap, rolling here to the near side. He's got running room. He tucks it to the near side, and he is hit at the 40-yard line. Oh, if he cut it inside, he might have gotten the first down. But Griebel and Powell wrap him up for the tackle at the 41. He picks up 5, but he needed 7. Boy, if he went back inside the hashes, and he might have had himself a first down carry. But it'll be over on downs, so the Highlanders will take over from the 41, 1st down and 10 at their own 41-yard line. With 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Jackson Thornton again has gone in all the way at quarterback. Powell, the lone sack, dual slots. Here's Griebel in motion. Pitch goes to Powell. Powell to the outside, cuts to the 40. Corbin Powell to the 45, to the 50. Powell is into Grover territory at the 45, 40. He's on the move. He's loose. He's gone from the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Corbin Powell. 59 yards, no flags, and the Highlanders lead at 38-6. Again, looked like a possibility that Miles Brusman might get him in the backfield, but Powell slipped past him and then got really only one block downfield, and the rest was all Corbin Powell, 59 yards on the carry. Powell up over 105 on 5 carries. And with 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, the Highliners now lead at 38-6. Powell with his second touchdown rushing. Here's Griebel in motion. He'll get the pitch to the wide side, cuts back inside, and did he get down? No, he did not get inside. He did not get into the end zone, so the run failed. And we come back up the field with 8:19 remaining. It's Valley City 38 and Oak Grove 6. This is Highliner football on the Highliner Activity Network. One play, 59 yards. Corbin Powell with the 59-yard touchdown run took 21 seconds off the clock. And the Highliners lead at 38-6. High kick, short kick, taken by Lincoln Masheva. And Masheva takes it, kind of a fair catch, if you will, to the 36-yard line. So from the 36, first down. With 8 minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Grover's gone off to a great start in this one. 10 plays, 65-yard drive. Took 6 minutes off the clock. And scored on a 4-yard run by Zabel in the first quarter on their opening possession. But then a couple of defensive stops on downs for the Highliners and a fumble. Led to 3 short fields and touchdown drives for Valley City. And again, a short field here in the third quarter, and then a long run, stopping him again on fourth down. From the 36-yard line, Briggs Hansen to quarterback. Meidinger the lone setback. He'll get the handoff, and he is wrapped up and thrown to the ground. Boy, that play didn't really have time to develop as the pitch and the tackle just about happened at the same time. And that was Buck that came in. Sean Buck on the tackle. That's going to be a loss to the 28-yard line. It's a loss of 8 yards for Meidinger. He's been the workhorse as far as carries. That's his 18th carry of the game, but minus 5 yards to show for it. Second down coming up here for the Grovers from the 28-yard line. Second and 18. Hansen, high snap, gets it down, brings it to Meidinger. And Meidinger stacked up at the 30, gain of a couple. That'll bring up a third down from the 30. It'll be 3rd and 16 for the Grovers. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Clock on the move here in the fourth quarter. Valley City leading at 38-6. So from the 30-yard line. Hansen in that pistol, gets the snap, rolling out, throwing deep, near side, and it's caught by Olson. He's going to be to the 30. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and down. Caught from behind. Colton Griebel caught him from behind. Good throw by Hansen over the fingertips of Jackson Thornton. And William Olson was off to the races. He takes it down to the 3-yard line. That's a 67-yard pitch and catch. And a first down Olson out with a couple of catches for 114 yards. And Colton Grebo was able to catch him from behind. It'll be first and goal from the 3-yard line for the Grovers. Hanson, snap to Meidinger. Left side, hit low, and brought down McLaughlin. Looking like a wrestler there on the two-leg takedown. And wrapped him up and brought him down for no gain. Brings up second down and goal. Line of scrimmage again, the 3-yard line. Hanson will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. He gets the snap, gives up. Meidinger again wrapped up in the backfield and throwing down Sean Buck there defensively. A loss of a couple yards back to the 5-yard line. So a third down and goal coming up. Again, the next JV game will be Monday night, the 12th, 5:30, right here at Hannah Field against the Squirrels of Central Cass. And we'll have it for you right here in the Highland Activity Network. That'll be our next JV football game, varsity game, Friday night against Devils Lake here at Hannah Field. Third and goal from the 5. Hanson rolling out, looking, under pressure, brought down for a sack to the 10-yard line. Muchler there defensively for Valley City, a loss of 5 on that sack. So it'll be fourth and goal for the Grovers from the 10-yard line. A big 67-yard completion. Hanson to William Olson. Got him down to the 3. But then no gain. And a loss of 2 and a loss of 5. And brought him back to the 10 on fourth and goal. Hanson in that pistol. Gets the snap, looking for somebody. The ball's tipped, and that could be a lateral, and grabbed by Jackson Dieterle as the ball was tipped. As Hanson looked like he was going to pitch to Meidinger. Meidinger was in motion and was way wide to the left, and so Briggs just kind of had to eat the football. And it'll go down as an incompleted pass. And so the Highlanders will start and take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And again, with a 32-point lead, we've got running clock here in the fourth quarter. 2.5 minutes remaining. From the 10-yard line. Jackson Thornton. And they're waiting for the 12th Grover to get off the field. He's watching the play clock, taking it down to about 3 seconds. 5, 4. Now he gets under center. Inside handoff. Corbin Powell across the 15, across the 20, and out to the 24-yard line. And he just covers that up with 2 hands, protects the football. And Corbin Powell with a 14-yard gain there. Brings up first and 10 for the Highlanders from the 24-yard line. Corbin Powell with a strong second half. 119 yards rushing on 6 carries, half of it coming on one play. Almost exactly half, a 59-yard touchdown run. And now we have a timeout on the field with 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Valley City up 38-6. We'll be back with the last 90 seconds of this JV football game. This is Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in this one. Valley City up 38-6. They have a 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Again, with running clock, they probably need just 3 more snaps, and this one will be over. Thornton pitches to Griebel to the far side. He's got Muskie in front of him at the 30, 35, 40. Cuts back at the 45 to the 50 and then brought down on the far sideline at the 50-yard line. Lincoln Masheba on the tackle there. That'll be a 26-yard carry for Griebel. And another Highliner first down, and we've got an injured Grover. I believe that's Carter Paulus. So with 1:12 to go, clock stopped for the injury timeout. Looked like it's just going to be a cramp. The early season Charlie horses and cramps. Mike Callahan, again, a great trainer here at Valley City, working on them. So the Highlanders will have a 1st down and 10 from the 50-yard line with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4, leading 38-6. Grover's got off to a great start. On the opening drive, went 10 plays, 65 yards. Zabel to William Olson on 47-yard completion, a big part of it. And then Zabel 4-yard touchdown run, capping it off. Took all over half of the first quarter, 6 minutes and 5 seconds. But then Valley City's defense ramped up twice in the second quarter, got a sack on 4th down, and was able to set up shop, short field, got a couple of scores. And on one ensuing kickoff after that second score, it was fumbled away. Highlanders recovered. Another short field, went in to score. And that was your halftime score, 24-6. Another short field here in the third quarter. Powell with an 11-yard touchdown run. And again on a 4th down stop. The Highlanders took over 1st and 10 at their own 41. And Corbin Powell on the first play got a pitch, went to the wide side. Outran one of the defensive linemen for about 4 yards, and then it was off to the races down the middle of the field for a 59-yard touchdown. And the Highlanders added on the extra point. Again, 119 yards rushing on 6 carries for Powell. .276 yards of rush on the ground here for Valley City. Of course, their varsity first 2 games, the Highlanders have rushed for over 300 yards in their first 2 varsity games. And 276 unofficially here with 1 pass for 8 yards. Good to see again. Carter Paulus up and hitting off under his own steam. So the Highlanders will have themselves a 1st down and 10 from the 50-yard line on the far hash. 1:12 remaining here in quarter number 4. 38-6, Valley City with the lead. And they come up to the line of scrimmage. Sure, nothing fancy. Matter of fact, victory formation. So Griebel takes the snap, takes the knee. And I think they need to do that one more time. I'll go down as no gain for Jackson. Actually, it is a loss of a yard, so sorry, Jackson. I got to take a yard off your stat sheet. So 2nd and 11 from the 49. Wait for that play clock to get down there. Take the snap, take the knee, and they need not snap it again. Another 1-yard loss for Jackson, but he will take it because it means victory formation and a Valley City Highlander victory. Your final score here in this junior varsity football matchup, it is Valley City 38 and Fargo Oak Grove 6. We'll be back with our postgame here from Hannah Field. This is Highlander football on the Highlander Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at Hannah Field as the Highlanders win it by a final of 38-6. And taking a look at the scoring again as the Grovers got on the board first. Went 10 plays, 65 yards, took 3:55 off the clock. I said it took 6 minutes, but it was 6:05 to go in the first quarter. 3:55 off the clock. Zabel on a 4-yard touchdown run. That made it 6-0 Valley City. or 6-0 for the Grovers. And at 5:20 of the second quarter, it was Caden Amon scoring on a 3-yard run, capping a 4-play, 44-yard drive. Minute 18 off the clock. He took in his own 2-point conversion, made it 8-6. And then with 28 seconds to go in the second quarter, an 8-yard touchdown pass, Thornton to Jackson Dieterle. And then it was Derek Shape with a 2-point conversion, capping a 4-play, 29-yard drive, 16-6 Valley City. And then after the fumble, the Highliners got the ball back, went 9 yards by Caden Amon in the second touchdown of the half. Shape added the extra point, 24-6 Valley City at half. Then in the third quarter, with 2:45 remaining, it was Corbin Powell scoring an 11-yard run, capping a 3-play, 29-yard drive, 57 seconds off the clock. It was Colton Griebel taking in the 2-point conversion to make it 32-6 Valley City. And then with 8:19 to go in the game, a 59-yard touchdown run by Powell, capping a 1-play, 59-yard drive, 21 seconds off the clock. 38-6 was your score at that point. Powell leading the way, 6 carries for 119 yards on the ground, 3 for 55 yards by Derek Shape, 8 for 40 yards on the ground from Caden Amon. Leading the way rushing for Valley City, Colton Griebel had 1 carry for 26 yards. McLaughlin carried the ball 3 times for 23 yards, 2 for 6 for Muchler, and 5 carries for 5 yards for Jackson Thornton. Thornton 1 for 4 passing 8 yards, but it was an 8-yard touchdown play to Dieterle, and that was the lone touchdown or lone completion in the game, and that was again that 8-yard touchdown to Jackson Dieterle. So the Highliners again 274 yards on the ground, 8 through the air for 282 total, and for the on the other side, for the Grovers, they were led on the ground by quarterback Kai Zabel. He carried the ball 15 times for 39 yards. They had 42 carries for 23 yards as a team, but also 2 catches for 114 yards for William Olson. One of them came from Zabel, and one of them came from Briggs Hansen. They had 114 yards through the air, 23 on the ground for their total of 137 in total offense. So the Highliners win it by a final 38-6. The JV off to a 1-0 start this year. Again, our next junior varsity game will be coming up next Monday as the Highliners are due to host Central Cass here at Hannah Field. That's our next junior varsity football game. Of course, our next varsity game will be coming up Friday night as the Highliners take on Devils Lake. 7 o'clock kickoff here from Hannah Field. Of course, all the action on the Highliner Activity Network. My thanks to cameraman Tegan Zahn, of course, to Derek Bear, our technical director, and all of the fans, those of you that joined us along the Highliner Activity Network. We appreciate you joining us on this Tuesday night and watching Highliner football. Again, the Highliners win it. The junior varsity picking up a 38-6 win. You can flip over to our volleyball channel. We've got Highliner volleyball tonight. Junior varsity just wrapping up, and the varsity will get started a little later on. They take on West Fargo this evening. Again, 38-6 final. Valley City with the win. Until next time, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from Hannah Field.